So, we're going to talk about postpartum depression. You will hear my son in the background. Um, so, I found an article called Postpartum Depression and the Role That Self-Esteem, Age, and Social Support Play in Postpartum Depression. So, the facts are postpartum depression is depression after birth for moms. And symptoms for moms with postpartum depression are loss of appetite, interest, kind of standoffish, sad, I'm going to say overwhelmed because I've had my personal experience overwhelmed. And, postpartum depression is when you have suicidal thoughts of harming you and or baby. Braxton, get up. And so, say hey. So, anywho, young moms are more likely to have postpartum depression than older moms. And this is where the social group support comes into play, because an older mom, a woman in her early 30s or older, is usually already got her career settled. She's married or dating or whatever, but she's more likely settled in her life than a younger mom, mid-20s down. They're not settled. They probably still live with their parents, probably still in high school, and for them, life as they know it is over with, because usually when they're that young, it's not a planned pregnancy. So that's where social support comes into play. Self-esteem is how you view yourself or how you think others view you. If you have low self-esteem about yourself, you most likely think bad of yourself. So you're going to have postpartum depression. Moms who've had traumatic events in their lives are more likely to have postpartum depression, and because it's one of those triggers. You know what I mean? It's like a trigger thing for you. And so, it's not a good thing. Children whose mom have postpartum depression are more likely to have cognitive and social emotional behavior issues, internalizing and externalizing behaviors. And no mom wants to feel like you're putting something on your child, because you could essentially be doing that if you have postpartum depression. Moms who go untreated for a long time of postpartum depression are more likely, as they get older, to have postpartum depression again. So it's important to treat it. Another article that I used was called Screening for Postpartum Depression in Well Baby Care Settings. Well Baby Care Settings, WBC, is it's like a study. It's when a mom and baby goes to the doctor for a whole year after mom's giving birth, and it gives the doctor a chance to see how mom is adjusting to baby, how mom and baby are doing, if mom is frustrated about anything. And it's more likely for the doctors to diagnose mom with postpartum depression versus, going 6 weeks and mom's not being able to open up. Because for the most part, moms, if you don't open up, you're holding everything in, you could have postpartum depression. And so it is important, and I think everybody should be doing a well baby care settings, because if you're a first-time mom, you don't know none of that. And doctors do not talk about postpartum depression, because my doctor didn't talk to me about postpartum depression. Our family member did. And it's important because if I don't think I have postpartum depression, how am I supposed to let you know I got postpartum depression? And a lot of people, they go off of, well, I don't trust this person, I don't trust that person. So who are you going to talk to if you think you have it? So it is important. I think the doctor should talk about it a lot more. And then another article, 7.1% of moms in the first 3 months are likely to have postpartum depression. Postpartum depression can be detected as early as 4 weeks, but may not be diagnosed until 6 to 12 weeks after birth. And then the last article I used was a newspaper article called "New Dads are most likely to have depression as often as moms. 1 in every 10 dad will have postpartum depression. Symptoms for dad with postpartum depression are increased anger, aggression, sad, withdrawn, increased alcohol and drug abuse. And that is important because we always hear about moms having postpartum depression, but we don't hear about dad. 14% of American dads have postpartum depression. Dads are more likely to have postpartum depression. Some of them have it after birth, and some can have it while their partner is pregnant. And now I have my own experience with postpartum depression. Children whose dad has postpartum depression, will have social and behavioral issues. And by age 3, by age 7, they will have psychiatric disorders. So, I have my own experience with postpartum depression with my son. I have 2 kids. I have a 2-month-old daughter, and I have a 2-year-old son. With my 2-year-old son, I had postpartum depression when he was 2 months. And I knew I had it because the family member told me that it would be a time after I had my baby that I felt overwhelmed. I get frustrated. I feel like everybody's against me. And when I felt like this, she's like, call me. And when I started to get like that, frustrated, overwhelmed, don't understanding, I got 1,000,001 questions that I can't answer. And I'm just all the way overwhelmed, frustrated. I called her. And of course, it was what she said it would be. But what put me on the track is she told me, my son is Braxton. And she said, well, I said, I'm going to kill myself. And she said, well, what's going to happen to Braxton? I said, well, he got a dad. And she said, yeah, he's got a mom too. You. And she said, you need to think about Braxton. Who's going to raise your son? Because his dad name is Robert. Robert can't do it by himself. And I need to hear that. Yep. I need to hear that. And, they don't tell you that first-time moms are more likely to have postpartum depression. I was a 26-year-old woman, married, so I was kind of somewhat settled in my life. I had a great support system because everybody else around me had kids, so this was my first baby. So that wasn't the case. And I have low self-esteem. Like, that's low self-esteem. Like, no, I'm not 12 or 14, 15 anymore. 26. And I still had all those. I still had it. So, when you realize that that's what it is, call it out, tell your doctor, whatever. But for me, what her telling me that stopped me dead in my tracks. And now, my daughter is 2 months. I don't have those same thoughts or issues. I'm not a first-time mom anymore either. You know what I mean? So I think that does play a role. I think if you're pregnant, or you know somebody who's pregnant, or you think you might have postpartum depression, tell somebody. The best thing you can do is to get treated for it. Because not getting treated for it is going to come back, and it might get worse the next time it comes back. It's one thing to have suicidal thoughts, because, like I said, I told I was going to kill myself. But it's another thing to act those out. And the thing is, if you don't get treated, it's most likely going to happen. And for me, self-esteem is how you view yourself. Well, think about how your child views you. If you're a first-time mom and you wake up and that baby's up smiling and grinning in your face with all them gums in their mouth and, breast milk at breath, think about it like that. And if I ask if my kids could talk, Braxton don't talk, get a little words, but not what I'm talking about. If I was to ask my children, how they view me, I'm pretty sure it would be, you get up and you feed us and you change us, you play with us all day, you talk to us, you clean up the house. They don't know I'm in school, but they know I'm on the computer. So you're on the computer, you're always there for daddy, you're cooking dinner for him, you're always washing clothes, you're folding clothes, you're watching cartoons with us. If I looked at it from their point of view, there's nothing I can say bad. Because your kids' love is an undying love. It's an undying love. And they don't see negative things for their parents. You could be a murderer. Your child don't see that. Your child see, that's my daddy or my mama behind those bars. And I don't know why. And I don't understand why. I don't care to understand why. Because that's my mama or my dad. So, for me, if I view it the way I think my kids view me, especially since Braxton's older, it's a lot better now having him be older versus if I was having to do it all over again. Because I feel like if I had to do it all over again, I probably still would have postpartum depression. And my husband had postpartum depression while I was pregnant with my son, Braxton. And the signs are the increased drinking, starting conflict with others, withdrawn, aggressive. He wasn't aggressive with me, but I think he was definitely, all in his, feelings or whatever. But I'm pretty sure he had thoughts of, am I going to get this right? Am I not going to get this right? I had those same thoughts. It would have been easier for us to come together and talk about it. But, some men do, some men don't. But that is my take on postpartum depression. If you know somebody who's got postpartum depression, try to be an ear or a shoulder that they can cry on. Because what it is that you just get so overwhelmed. You're all in your head about everything that could go wrong. Anything can go wrong, everything can go wrong. That's life. Nothing is going to go as planned. I don't even make plans anymore. I just go with the flow. That's the best way you can. That's the best way to avoid things going wrong. That way you're not getting frustrated because this went wrong, because your expectations for things that are going wrong are already there. And I do think it's important for parents, moms and dads who may have postpartum. It's important to spot the signs. Spot the signs. If you're pregnant and your husband or your boyfriend is always upset and he's always angry and he's doing more drugs and he's got postpartum depression, he probably scared to talk to you about it. And you should be the one who open up to him about it, even if he don't say nothing back. Just let him know you're there for him. So, baby's crying. I gotta go. See y'all later.